You've tuned into Tomcat Tales, the story of Ashland's legends from the gridiron, the court, the diamond, and beyond. It's a deep dive into Ashland Tomcat sports history. Now, here's your host, Mark Maynard.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Coach Jason Mays and the Dickey Show, and we are live at Kiwanis on Blackburn Avenue, where they're still in business, by golly, and serving up pizzas and sandwiches and salads and spaghettis and lasagna as fast as we can make them. We got two delivery kids tonight, and they're out already. And if you want to come in for a late dinner or an early snack or something like that, we're still in business, and we're going to be here for a while. 325-8454. is our number to call here at Blackburn Avenue, South Ashland. And, of course, the Giovanni's, of course, Pick 2 Special, two-topping 19-inch for $24.99, or the two-topping 16-inch for $22.99. You get to pick from two of the following: a large bag of chip, cheese breadsticks, 2-liter chocolate chip cookie, or a double chocolate brownie, and they're all delicious. So call Giovanni's right now, 325-8454, and or call them tomorrow or Friday before the Tomcats play, whatever you want to do, we'll have it. Mark Maynard is beside us. Last week we did the first half of the fantasy Coles-Putnam game. Yep. And we're still tied at halftime. It's been a lengthy halftime.
That's a long halftime show now.
It's been a long
21-21.
It's 21-21, and we got to start the third quarter because we got to get finished tonight. There's too many people out there just going, "Oh no, who won?"
Yeah, we're getting a lot of that.
There's only two of us that know who won.
That's right.
Me and you.
Nobody else knows.
Nobody else knows, but you'll know by the end of the show.
Yeah. So stick around.
So stick around. All right, it's 21-21. Coles got out to an early lead. Putnam came back. Coles tied it. Is that right?
That's correct.
At the end of the first half, so we're all tied at 21-21, and we're ready for the third quarter kickoff. And we've already had the presentation of Queen in attendance and all that kind of stuff. All right. Third quarter is underway, and Elkins, that's Randy Elkins, right?
It is.
He's going to kick off to the 12. It's going to be returned to Ronnie Perry up to the 28. Dick Callahan will make the tackle, and it's Coles football, 1st and 10, at their own 28-yard line. The quarterback is Kendall Bocard. The fullback, Paul Hill. Halfbacks are Joey Lehman and Toby Talbert. Well, there's some speed back there, I'll tell you that. 1st and 10 on the 28, and Talbert will take it. He'll go 18 yards off to his left side up to the 46, a first down for the Broncos. Tackle made in there by Eddie Rejunas and Tim Brown, but it'll be 1st and 10 as Talbert's off to a good start here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for Coles at their own 46-yard line. Bocard, the quarterback, will keep it for about 4 straight up the gut. Mike McGraw, I remember him. I dated his sister. And Tony Consiglio are in on the tackle, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Broncos. At midfield, football squarely in the middle of the field is Paul Hill, the big, hard-charging fullback. He'll take it 13 yards as he's down inside the 40, down to about the 38, 37-yard line. Another Bronco first down. Bobby Bradley for the Buccaneers of Putnam made the tackle, but the Broncos are driving. They have it 1st and 10 at the 37 of Putnam as we just starting the third quarter in a 21-21 lockup. Joey Lehman in the backfield along with Talbert and Hill, and Lehman will take the call. He'll go to the far side, and he'll get a big first down run inside the 30, 25 is where they knock him out of bounds. Another first down for the Broncos, and they're just laying the wood to Putnam right now.
Clyde Blanton has said something to those guys at halftime.
He gave him a little shot of something, I'll tell you that. Maybe a little. Well, did we have Gatorade back then?
I don't know. Yeah, I think we did.
Did we have Gatorade?
I think we did.
Maybe some chocolate milk from Modern Foods or something. I don't know.
That could have been.
Anyway, it's 1st and 10 for Coles. They've got it at the Putnam 25 and driving as the Broncos and Buccaneers are trying to break the ties. Bocard, the quarterback, sets up, and he'll just keep it. The little quarterback delay for a short yardage, only about 4, down to the 21, just outside the red zone, and where it'll be a 2nd and 6 for the Broncos at the Buccaneer 21. Paul Hill in the backfield with Lehman and Talbert, and the quarterback is Bocard as he'll give it off to Paul Hill, and Hill will take it down inside the 20 into the red zone and down to about the 17, and he'll go off tackle with Herb Conley, big number 20. Herb, he wasn't big.
Just strong.
And still is.
And that was a collision right there.
Yeah, that's a collision. Can you imagine Paul Hill and Herb Conley?
No,
I don't want to.
No.
There's not enough ambulances. So it's 3rd and 2 for Putnam and
for Coles,
for Coles, at the Putnam 17. Paul Hill will go right up the middle for 16 and into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Broncos have gained the lead. Yay for Hobie. He's happy because he's a Coles Bronco.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be 27-21, and Walters will come in. Now, which Walters
That's
are we
Phil.
kicking? Is this Phil kicking? All right, Phil will kick the extra point. He'll split the uprights, an 8-play, 72-yard drive, and Coles leads Putnam 28-21. Terry Fish will kick off for the Broncos to Putnam, and they'll try and get back in this football game. He kicks off deep down inside the 8. A great kick by Fish. Dick Vaughn will return, not much of a return, up to the 18-yard line, and the kicker, Phil Walters, will get the tackle. It'll be Putnam football, 1st and 10, deep in their own territory at their own 18-yard line. Quarterback is Tommy Ferguson. The fullback is Herb Conley, and the halfback is Dickie Fillmore. So they've got some speed, but they've got more brute, I think. They've got good speed, don't get me wrong, but a lot of brute.
They got some force there.
Yeah, they got some force in there.
No doubt.
Tommy Ferguson was a big guy.
He was a
and
good one.
He could run. All right, 1st and 10, Herb Conley will get the call for 5. As he goes off the right side, Paul Hill and Chuck Anderson will bring him down. That's not fair. Hill and Anderson on Conley. I mean, that's
Hill and
just
Anderson
not,
on anybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's not even fair on Jim Brown.
No.
You know, and he'll get 5 up to the 23. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Putnam. Tommy Ferguson on the keeper. He'll go around the left side this down, picks up the first down as he gets it up to the 29, just front of the chains. Terry Bell and Roger Gardner. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that music's coming from. Do you?
Not mine.
I have no idea. It might be my phone. I don't know. Oh, I know whose phone it is. It's Coach Maze's.
Oh, he's getting a call. Yeah.
He's getting a call. Coach's. Yeah, it's all right. We'll get it later. 1st and 10 for Putnam now as they have it at their own 29-yard line. Conley, Fillmore, and Ferguson in the backfield for the Buccaneers, who trail at 28-21. Conley will go for 8 yards up across the 25, up close to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him short at about the or across the 35 up to the 37, where it'll be 2nd down and 2.
That was Terry Bell and Casey Jones on the tackle there. His old Jaws players getting on him there.
Good point.
Putting the clamps on him.
I'll show you, Coach.
Yeah.
I'll show you. After Herb picks up 8, right?
Yeah, that's right.
There
Yeah.
you go. All right, Tommy Ferguson's going to go for all of it, way downfield, trying to get this game tied up, but it's way overthrown, and it goes incomplete. So Putnam will have a 3rd and 2 at their own 37-yard line.
It's a good call. 2nd and 2, long pass.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Wasted down, basically.
Exactly.
Herb Conley in the backfield. He'll take it straight up the gut. He'll pick up the first down across the 40 up to the 41. Mike Sparks in on the tackle for Coles, but not before Conley and the Buccaneers have the first down. 1st and 10 at the
Herb
41.
might have turned an ankle or something there. He's going out.
All right.
We got a new fullback coming
We got a new fullback coming in, and that might be
Steve Lehman.
Steve Lang.
Number 27 for 27.
27 for 27. You're right. 1st and 10. Lehman goes off tackle. He picks up about 5 across the 45 up near the 46. Rick Sang and again Chuck Anderson in on the tackle to bring up 2nd and 5 for Putnam at their own 46. Again, Ferguson looks to throw the football, but it's incomplete out in the flat here on the near side. So to bring up a 3rd and middle range for Putnam at their own 46-yard line. 3rd and about 5. Dickie Fillmore in the backfield. They're going to pitch it back on the sweep, and he'll go around that far side, and he's got the first down and more as he's going to pick up big yardage, about 14 to the 40-yard line, and give Putnam another first down, and they're driving the football.
Both these teams are moving it.
Yeah, 28-21, Coles leads it, but Putnam trying to get back in this football game. 1st and 10 for Putnam at the 40-yard line. Again, Tommy Ferguson is looking to throw the football. This one he will complete to Randy Elkins. He's got 10 yards down to the 30-yard line. Another first down for Putnam. Matt Thomas, Rick Sang in on the tackle for Coles.
Where are the defenses on these two teams?
I don't know. The Jaws is going to sleep, I guess, and the Sharks as well. But it's 1st and 10 for Putnam at the 30 as Lehman will go off the left side for 7 yards, just right off tackle. Good pickup for about 7 down to the inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. And Mike Garthard in on the tackle brings up 2nd and 3. Ferguson is going to keep it again. He'll go around the left. He's got 5 yards inside the 20.
What a good runner.
Into the red zone, down to the 18-yard line. Another first down as he's run out of bounds. 1st and 10 for Putnam at the 18-yard line of Coles. Ferguson looks to throw the football. He's going to go to Monty Campbell across the middle for 5, down to the 13-yard line before Chuck Anderson catches him from behind, but not before he picks up 5 inside the 15 to the 13. 2nd and 5 for Putnam at the 13 as Lehman goes off to the left side. he won't get much. Big Terry Bell and Casey Jones are there to meet him, slam him down after a gain of a couple down to the 13-yard line. So it's 3rd and 3, big down coming up. Even though you're in 4-down territory, you'd like to pick it up and get down inside the 10, and Lehman will get 3 yards down to the 11-yard line, which will give him a first down. Walt Jones and Casey Jones, the brothers will pick up the tackles, but not before Putnam has a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line of Coles. Dickie Fillmore in the backfield. He's a brute, and he's got speed, and he goes off the left side near the goal line. Won't get there. Got it down inside the 2. They'll spot it at the 1. It'll be 2nd and goal for Putnam at the 1-yard line, trying to tie this football game up. Goal line defense in for the Coles Broncos, and Putnam's just going to try and push it ahead, but it's not going to get there. Tommy Ferguson on the quarterback keeper. He's racked up right at the line of scrimmage. Jack Williams leads the charge. And it'll be 3rd and goal now for Putnam at the 1-yard line of Coles as they give it to Steve Lehman right up the middle. He's in for the score, and that'll get him within 1. What a drive. 82 yards, 17 plays. That's as good as it gets.
That's a march right there.
That's as good as it gets.
And it was just like 7, 5, 3, 4.
Exactly.
I mean, just
never got over 10 or 15 yards.
Yeah.
Elkins will try and tie it up, and he'll split the uprights down to the concession stand into the stadium. And we're all knotted at 28 as we're getting about midway through the 3rd quarter. Elkins will kick off. It goes to
the end zone.
Yeah. That means it's a touchback.
That's right.
And they'll bring it out to the 20 where Coles will take over 1st and 10. Scott Crank is your quarterback. The fullback is Richard Gardner. The running backs in the wishbone, Matt Thomas and Joe Mantle. Now, there's an athlete on there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 1st and 10. Crank's going to look to Rob Queen. He's got 12 over the middle as he completes a pass. Queen's got great hands, and first down.
Love that little play over the middle, that pop pass that they could run it all day long.
All day long, and you still couldn't stop it. And Rob Queen's got a first down up to the 32-yard line for Coles. It'll be Richard Gardner. He'll go straight up the middle. Herb Conley and J.B. Conley, the 2 brothers, will meet him and set him down, but not before he picks up 7. Up near the 40 at the 39, where it's 2nd down and 3. Joe Mantle, his first carry of the night, he'll go off tackle for about 8. Another Bronco first down. Coles moving the football. Jack Williams in on the tackle for Putnam, but it's 1st and 10 for Coles at their own 47-yard line. Again, they're going to go to Joe Mantle. He's a brute. He's got about 3. Conley and Consiglio get him, but not before he picks up 3. Break it 2nd and 7 for Coles at their own 47-yard line. Got it down, not really a down the way, 2nd and 7, but Claude Blanton's going to decide to throw the football as Crank looks out to his right out in the flat, and it's an incomplete pass, not really close. Kind of
didn't fool anybody, did it?
Nope, it kind of took a little nosedive there, and that'll bring 3rd and 7 for Coles at their own 47-yard line. And Matt Thomas will go on the option play. You haven't seen it so much in the wishbone, but Matt Thomas has got it on the option play. He's got it 23 yards on the option play, first down, as he's a tough man to bring down, and he eludes a lot of would-be tacklers. Finally, John Rejunis runs him down, but it's 1st and 10 for Coles at the 30-yard line in a tie game at 28-28. Crank fumbles a snap, but he recovered it, no gain, as he just had to fall on it back right at the I missed one. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's all right.
It can be the next one.
1st and 10 on the 30. Crank will hit Queen 15 yards to the 15-yard line, and John Rejunis Conley, J.B. Conley that is, in on the first down, but the Broncos are driving again in a game that's tied at 28. 1st and 10, Crank makes the fumbled snap, has to fall on it, and then we got 2nd and 10 as Jack Williams will go straight ahead for about 5. Now, Jack and Herb, did they not play with each other at Ashland, I think?
They did.
Is that right? Okay.
They did.
He picks up 5. Herb is, little did he know, was going to be his teammate.
Yeah.
Played him a few years.
Yeah.
Picks up 5 down to the 15-yard line. So it's 3rd and 5 for Coles. Richard Gardner, the big bruiser, he's going to get nailed at the line of scrimmage by Herb Conley. They give him forward progress, maybe about 1 down to the 9-yard line. And now it's 4th and 4. And Claude Blanton is going to send in his field goal team, and he's got a good kicker. Maybe the best kicker Ashland's ever had. One of the best, anyway.
Yeah, they've had several pretty good ones,
yes.
But he ranks right up there.
Terry Fish will go in, and it'll be about a 27-yarder spotted at the 17 plus a 10 of the end zone. and Fish's kick is well past the uprights, and it's good as Coles drives for a 3-point field goal. 11-play, 71-yard drive, but the Broncos have regained the lead at 31-28.
Defenses have not shown up yet in the second half.
No, they have not. It's an offensive game.
Yeah.
Fish will kick it off down to the 3-yard line where Mark Conley will return it. Doesn't get much of return. Good coverage there for Coles as he brings it out to the 15. Putnam will take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory at the 15. John Rejunis, your quarterback. The fullback is Steve Lehman, and the running back is Dick Vaughn. All right, 1st and 10. Rejunis under center. He's going to go throw over the middle, an incomplete pass. Here comes the pressure from Casey Jones, and that rattled Mr. Rejunis, so it'll go incomplete.
He saw him coming, I think.
Yeah. 2nd and 15 for Putnam at their own 15-yard line. Dickie Vaughn goes around the right side on the run. He's going to get outside the numbers and up near the 23-yard line on a pickup of about 8. Big Ike Ramey and Yancey Ramey. There's a pair for you.
Yeah.
And they nailed him but not before he picks up 8 and gives them 3rd and short for Putnam at their own 23-yard line. Again, Rejunis looks to throw the football. A little surprise there. Out in the flat. Again, it's incomplete. And so Putnam it looks like they're going to be forced to punt. First punt of the night? Does that sound right?
Yep.
All right, Cole's defense, you just talked about.
At least first punt for Putnam.
Yeah,
I think
Cole's defense has done a great job as they stop Putnam for the first time tonight. Coles leads at 31-28. Mark Conley will be the punter, and he got a dandy off. 38-yarder. It'll roll finally down and be down at about the 39-yard line, where Coles will take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. The quarterback is Chuck Anderson. The fullback is Mike Gothard, and the other halfback is Dave Hall in the split backfield. Hall will get the call, and he'll go for 11 around that right side up near the 35, 38, 39-yard line. Another Coles first down, finally brought down by Jerry Bentley, but not before Coles moves the football again. 1st and 10 up near the 50.
Yeah.
Gothard will take it up near straight up the gut, and he won't get much as Herb Conley's there to meet him from the linebacker spot. Got about 3, but takes it into Putnam territory for the first time tonight down to the 47-yard line. 2nd and 7 as Anderson looks to Sang, and he's got him on a little slant pass across the middle. He's got a nice yardage down to inside the 40, maybe the 35-yard line. Picks up about 12. Another Coles Bronco first down. Finally, they drag him down, Larry Webb and Randy Rice for Putnam. But not before Coles again continues to move the football. It's 1st and 10 for Coles at the 35-yard line. Gothard, the big halfback, will run it off the right side. He'll get about 4 down near the 31. And David Johnson and Richard Hinkle are there. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Anderson looks to throw the football. This time he finds Willie Thomas for about 7 inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. J.B. Conley finally brings him down, but it's another big gainer for Coles, and they're nearing the red zone again, already leading 31-28, and we're nearing the end of the fourth quarter. 2nd and 3 for Coles at the 24. Dave Hall, he's going to bust tackles straight up the gut, and he's got some big yardage. Down inside the 15, down to about the 13, maybe the 12 goes Hall. Another Coles first down. Mark Hickman and Herb Conley finally bring him down, but this offensive front and this offensive line and these
Terry
running
Bell
backs are just killing them.
Yeah, Terry Bell, Casey Jones, you got guys like that blocking for you. You're going to get some yardage.
They're absolutely killing them. It is 1st and 10 for Coles at the 12-yard line as Gardner will pick up 5 straight up the gut. He'll go down inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 5 on the 7 as Robert Wright made the tackle for Putnam. But Coles already with a 3-point lead and trying to add on to it. 2nd and 5 on the 7-yard line as Anderson going to why they decided to throw the football over the middle makes no sense at all. But I'm not the coach. I'm just the radio guy. And when you're moving the football like they had been,
I think trying to catch them off guard. It didn't work.
That didn't work. It falls incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 5, and the horn sounds here at Putnam Stadium as we've got a good one in our fantasy Kiwanis Bowl. Coles is leading Putnam 31-28 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. 3rd and 5 goal for the Coles Broncos. Gothard in the backfield, and he's going to get the call off tackle. He will follow Bell and Jones into the end zone nearly untouched And the Broncos have taken a 37-28 lead with Fish ready to kick the extra point. Not a short field, but not a real long field.
Good drive, too.
Good drive.
Play, 61 yards.
They did a marvelous job.
Yeah,
Fish is in to try.
Mix it up well.
At the extra point, lines are down. He splits the uprights. Coles has the 10-point lead. It'll take 2 scores for Putnam to win this one, 38-28. Coles Broncos out on top of Putnam. All right, we're ready to go. Just starting the fourth quarter. Fish kicks it off deep, it down to the 5-yard line, where Rick Allen will return it up the left hash mark to about the 19, and Putnam will take over 1st and 10 on their own 19-yard line. Bentley will go in the backfield along with Dickie Fillmore, Jerry Bentley, Herb Conley, and John Rejunis at quarterback. Bentley off the right side. He'll not get much straight up the middle. Anderson and Thomas pick him up and throw him down after just a couple of yard gain as he brings it across the 20 up near the 21-yard line where it's 2nd and 8. Rejunis looking to throw the football, and here comes Broughton and Wheeler, and they're all over him, and he goes down back at the original line of scrimmage about the 21, and he loses 2, so it's 3rd and long for Putnam. They trail it by 10, 38-28. Again, Rejunis looking to the sideline. Here comes the pressure from Jim Lyons and Johnny Burton, and there's some meat right there, buddy. He's coming after you. You better get rid of it, and he did. An incomplete pass down the sideline. So it's 4th and 8 for Putnam at their own 21-yard line, trailing by 10. Mark Conley into punt again, and another good one as he punts it down to the 44-yard line where it'll roll dead, no return. Coles will have it 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Canute will now be the quarterback. Paul Hill at fullback, and Roy Sexton, great running back for the Tomcats. 1st and 10 Coles. They are up by 10. Another score might put this one out of reach.
Yeah, 10-point lead. That's going to be tough. We've got about half of a quarter left, maybe.
1st and 10 on the 44. Canute completes it to Robbie Keaton down the sideline for about 30. A big gainer as they caught Putnam off guard, weren't looking for it, and Canute to Keaton gets a big yardage down to the Putnam 26-yard line. Finally run out of bounds by Rejunis, but not before Coles has it 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of Putnam, already leading by 10 points. Hill goes off tackle for about 8. Mark Hickman, Gary Lehman are there off the right side, but not before he's got 8 and into the red zone down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Coles, a score here. I will make this prediction. We'll put it out of reach.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 2. Canute, the quarterback, he's going to go on the option play, and he's going to carry for 8 as he turns it downfield, just running downfield. He gets another 10 yards, or about 8 yards, I guess, as he'll have it down to the 10-yard line, where Coles knocking on the door leads it 38-28, and Canute on 1st and 10, his own 20-yard line, fumbles the 10 at the 10-yard line. He's not going to get on top of it, and looks like Putnam Junior High Buccaneers have recovered as Coles was driving to put this one out of reach.
Les Lyons, I can't imagine what that pile was like under there trying to get that football. But
he's
not
monster.
going to get it away from Les if he has it.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
So Putnam will take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. They're down by 10. Robert Wright takes the halfback pass from Dickie Fillmore, John Rejunis at quarterback. He'll pick up big yardage. He'll bring it up across the 15 to 20, up near the 25. They'll spot him down at the 24-yard line, but a big first down and gets him out of the shadow of the goalpost. 1st and 10 for Putnam at their own 24-yard line, trailing by 10. Rejunis looks to throw the football. He'll complete another one. This one to Dickie Fillmore. He's got 8 yards across the 30, up near the 32, and Sang finally brings him down, but 2nd and short now for Putnam at their own 32-yard line. Again, here's Robert Wright. He's going to carry the football this time. He's going to get the first down across the 35, up near the 37, before Jack Williams and Anderson bring him down. But Putnam moving out of the hole now. They realize they got to have some points, and they got to get them in a hurry.
They got to score.
1st and 10 for Putnam at their own 37. Dickie Fillmore in the backfield along with Wright and Rejunis. He'll get 13 on a little trap play inside. He'll get up to midfield. This drive started way back at their own 8, and they've already moved it up to the 50 in a hurry. Sang and Chip Miller will bring him down, but not before it's 1st and 10 for Putnam at the 50-yard line, trailing 38-28. Rejunis at 1st and 10 to 50 looks to throw the football. He's going to go to J.B. Conley out in the flat, and he's making some moves, and he'll take it down inside the 45, down near the 40, and very close to another Putnam first down. I believe he's got it at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for Putnam at the Coles 40.
They gained some momentum back
Yes,
there.
they
with that
are.
fumble, didn't they?
There you go. Coles couldn't punch it in, and the turnover may have cost him. 1st and 10 at the 40. Robert Wright in the backfield. He's got 6 off the left side as Putnam's moving the football right down Coles' throat. Fish and Gothard are there, but not before he picks up 6. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line. We're in the fourth quarter, and Putnam trailing 38-28 to Coles. 1st and 10. Or at the 40-yard line. John Rejunis, the quarterback, looks to throw the football again. Incomplete. And that will stop the clock. That will stop the clock on 2nd and 6 at the 34 on the incomplete pass. I have no idea what that commercial's doing on, but it's not supposed to be. But we'll just talk right over it.
Yeah,
we'll just talk over it. 2nd and 6, 3rd and 6, I should say, on the incomplete pass. Rejunis will do the keeper. He'll keep it himself on a little quarterback delay. He's got 10 yards down inside the 30-25 to the 24-yard line. Yancey Ramey finally brings him down, but not before he's got a first and 10 at the 24-yard line. Putnam trailing by 10 at 38-28. Robert Wright gets banged at the line of scrimmage by big Les Lyons, and that'll be a no-gainer. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Putnam, trailing by 10 on the Coles 24-yard line. John Rejunis looks to throw the football. He's looking for Elkins in the end zone. He's got him. Touchdown, an acrobatic catch by Randy Elkins to bring it down for the score. And Putnam's within 4 at 38-34. What a drive. They took over after the fumble by Coles, drove it 92 yards in 10 plays. We've got just under 5 minutes to go, so it'll be Coles leading after the extra point by Elkins, who just caught the touchdown pass. And Coles now leads by 3 at 38-35. Everybody, we lost our connection there for some reason. Don't know why, but we can recap what happened. Putnam took over after a Coles fumble at the 8. They marched at 92 yards in 10 plays. Just 5 minutes left to go in the football game after the extra point on the touchdown pass from Rejunis to Elkins covering 24 yards. Elkins booted the extra point, and now it's a tight one. Coles 38, Putnam 35. With just under 5 minutes to go in our Fantasy Kiwanis Bowl. We're going down to the wire, Mark.
Yep, I think so.
Okay, Elkins with another beauty. Kicks it off down to the 15-yard line. Rich Sang with a great run back. He's going to bring it across the midfield stripe, and he'll take it into Putnam territory down to the 47-yard line, or up to the 47-yard line, just shy of midfield. And that's where Coles will take over. They got a short field, 1st and 10 for Coles at their own 47-yard line, up by 3. They got to keep it on the ground and run the clock out if it's possible. 1st and 10, Scott Crank, your quarterback. Gothard, Thomas, and Paul Hill are the running backs. And it's 1st and 10 as Hill will go straight ahead for about 3. There's Big Nick Jordan and Larry Leinbach in to bring him down, but not before he picks up 3 up to midfield, where it's 2nd and 7 for Coles, up on top by 3 at 38-35. The difference right now is that Fish field goal. 2nd and 7, Gothard in the backfield. He'll take the pitch. He'll get about 5 around the right side. He'll get it down inside the 50 into Putnam territory to the 45. John Thomas and Bill Culbertson are in on the tackle, but not before. It'll be Coles' football, and they'll have it 3rd and short at the Putnam 47-yard line, we'll call it. Gary Thomas in the backfield, along with Hill, Gothard, and Crank, the quarterback. Crank will leave it off to Thomas. He's got the first down and more down inside the 45 to about the 40. And Joe Mayer and Larry Johnson bring him down, but it'll be 1st and 10 for Coles down to the Putnam 40-yard line. Scott Crank's going to keep it for a couple of yards, and he runs out of bounds, and that's not what you want to do.
No, well, they were screaming, stay in, go down, go down.
Exactly. You don't want to have it go out of bounds and stop the clock, which plays in favor of Putnam.
Yeah.
With Coles leading 38-35, it'll be 2nd and 8 with the clock arrested at the 38-yard line of Putnam. Hill will not get much. He'll get just a couple as he falls forward straight up the gut to about the 38-yard line. Again, it's Herb Conley and Joe Mayer in on the tackle, but not before he's got a couple. Brings up 3rd and mid-range now for Coles at the Putnam 36-yard line. Crank, Gothard, Thomas, and Hill in the backfield. Crank will keep it on the option. He's got about 4 inside the 35, down to about the 33, the 32, and that'll bring up 4th and short. Now, what do you do? 4th and short at the Putnam 32 for Coles. You're up by 3.
I think I'd go for it, really.
I would.
I think I'd go for it.
But, I mean, What you got to lose? Well, you can lose the game is what you can lose, but I think you're right.
But let's see what they do.
I think you're exactly right, and I think we lost. Did we lose our feed again? No. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Scott. All right, Putnam. Or Coles has it 4th and 2 at the 32, so they decide not to go for it. As saying a little pooch punt will put it down at the 7-yard line, exactly what you wanted to happen, as back Putnam up inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. Putnam down 38-35 with just a few minutes to go, and they're down by 3. They obviously a field goal will tie it, but I know they'd like to win it.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, 1st and 10. Putnam takes over at their own 7-yard line. Dickie Fillmore gets loose down the sideline. He's got a big gainer. He's up to the 30, 35, up to the 40, running out of bounds at about the 47-yard line, but not before he gets him out of the shadow of the goalpost. He's up to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for Putnam.
Wow, big run.
And big run from Dickie Fillmore. And, of course, he's done that. He did that his whole career for Putnam and for the Tomcats.
Yeah, he's a big runner.
1st and 10 as Ferguson connects with Roger Webb across the middle. He's got 23 as Putnam just blowing them out right now. They're down to the 30-yard line for another first down and less than 30 seconds
Coles
to go.
is in a little bit of a prevent, I think.
And it's not working.
It never works.
You're right. It never does work. 1st and 10 for Putnam. They're down 38-35.
They got maybe time for 2 plays, maybe.
Okay, yeah, with just seconds to go. 1st and 10 to 30. Tommy Ferguson looks to throw the football. He'll go into the end zone. Steve Canute is there to bat it down. The intended receiver was Webb, and he'll go incomplete. And that would have been the ball game right there.
That would have won it right there. Yeah.
That would have won it right there. And
there's only 3 seconds left.
3 seconds to go, and he's got to throw the Hail Mary.
Yeah, that's too far for a field goal. I mean, you're looking at 50-yard field goal.
50-yard field goal. And they're great kickers, but they're not that great.
No.
2nd and 10 at the 30. Ferguson's going to throw another Hail Mary into the end zone. The Broncos and the Bucks go up for it. The ball's knocked away. George Brandon is there. Monty Campbell, Randy Elkins for Putnam. Kimbrell, Canute, and Sang are back for the Broncos. It's up in the air. Sang for Coles will come down to the interception. And the Coles Broncos will hang on for the 38-35 win. How about that, Hobie?
Hobie is...
Broncos.
And I was a Coles Bronco. So I got to say, yay, Coles Broncos, right? There you go. Coles Broncos hang on for the 38-35 win. And it finished just like it started. It was a lot of fireworks.
It was good. A really great finish. And just so people, if you want to know more detail on the game, I'm going to have a little recap and a box score on my Facebook page.
Okay.
We'll also replay the game on
your podcast
on Tomcat Tales too. So if you missed some of it, or I'm going to try to figure out what happened on ours, but on our end. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. A great game.
Great game. You did a great job writing this script out. I don't know how you did it, but you did.
Well, I'm telling you, the game played it out, and I just had to fill in the blanks. So. But it was a lot of fun
with a great team.
Dick Fillmore, probably player of the game. He had 136 yards on 8 carries. So
that's getting it done.
Yeah, I know he played for the team that didn't win, but Gary Thomas had 91 yards. So not bad.
Not bad. Well, it was a lot of fun. We had a ball doing it. We hope you all enjoyed it.